Welcome, all you Plus 2 Comedy modifiers, to another episode of the Plus 2 Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, as always, TV's Noah Houlihan. And before we get to our fantastic episode with M Ford-Dieng, the creator of the ultimate clapback, I have to tell you about an upcoming show. For the first time ever, we will be performing at Wizard U. Yes, it's like Hogwarts, but for community college students. So please come see us February 3rd at Irving Plaza in New York. And it's going to be fun. It's 21 plus and it's Harry Potter themed, so there will be a lot of drinking and wizardry. We're doing 2 shows. That's February 3rd in Irving Plaza. Also, quick update about the show. We're trying to kind of like make this more of a show. I have a green screen now. I don't know if it's doing anything. There's a lot of shadows, so I bet it's not working. I don't know how to use it. If you're listening to this, it's definitely not working. But we're trying to make this more of a show. So just quick update on a few things. One, we've lost Kirby Crackle. Kirby Crackle personally gave me permission to use his song as our theme song. Unfortunately, once we put it on YouTube and now we're on Spotify, we can't use it anymore because bots will get to it. So unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Kirby Crackle. Thank you so much for your 200 plus episode service as our theme song. Be sure to check out Kirby Crackle and Going Home, which is the name of our former theme song. Also, we were a little bit backed up with episodes, so today this is dropping a day late. If you're playing at home, where this is a day late, then we also have an extra episode that's going to come out this week, and then next week we'll see the return of Plus 2 Comedy Extra, which is our bonus show, which is just wackiness. So all that is still coming together. We're still figuring a bunch of things out. You don't care. You're here for a great episode of content, so please take it away. No one.
No.
Who's ready for a podcast? Yeah, a little light this week, but that's fine. Who's here to do other things currently being annoyed by a podcast? Still woo. This is the Plus 2 Comedy Podcast, coming to you live from Gamers Vault. That's 175 Route 70 in Medford, New Jersey. I'm your host, as always, TV's Noah Houlihan, and I'm joined by the Katori Khan to my MagFest, Mr. Will Liam. How you doing, Will?
I'm a very tired boy.
You're a very tired boy?
Yes.
Me too, but I think our guest will do most of the work.
Yeah.
You think
She's very charismatic and energetic.
Hello.
Hi.
Our guest this week is the creator of the new card game, The Ultimate Clapback. Please give it up for M Ford-Dieng.
Jane,
Wow,
you did it. No,
Yes,
that was
I did
good.
it, yes.
That was good. That was good. It's hard. It's hard. It's West African. So it's good. You did it good.
And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, we met at GamerCon.
Yes, we did.
And you showed me your game, and I immediately fell in love with it. And it's now an award-winning game, correct?
It is a 2-time award-winning game. Well, actually, so in December, it seems like it's so far away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In 2017.
Back in 2017.
Way back then.
That's just life now.
It
Yeah.
is, right? So I won the Player's Choice Award and the Rising Pixel Award for the 2017 Bit Awards, which is given by Playcrafting. So Playcrafting is an organization that's in New York. There's also a campus in San Francisco and in Boston. And it's all about the gaming community and how you learn from each other. They have classes. They're very, very supportive. And I'm glad to be there and doing stuff. So, yeah.
That's amazing. And I'm guessing because it's the Bit Awards, is it just tabletop or is it also video games?
It's everything.
Okay.
It's everything.
That
Yeah,
makes
why
sense.
would it just be tabled? Because it's bits. and
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was...
pixels.
Right. No. Everything. Mobile games and
You beat out the video games, too.
no, because I was in my own category. No, I was in my own category.
No,
Or
just say you
tabletop
did.
games.
Say you beat all of them.
Oh, actually, I kind of did for the
Yeah,
player's
you did.
choice.
See?
For the player's choice, I did because folks had to vote.
Yeah.
They did have to vote. So yeah,
Give
I
yourself
won.
credit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give myself credit for that. It's all the wonderful people that voted for me.
But
Thank
But they
you.
voted for
Because
you
you
because
made
you
a
did a
thing.
great thing.
No, that's true. That's true. It's
Not
it's been a
because
fun
they did a
ride.
great job voting. It's because
But they did do a great job
I
voting.
mean,
Let
they
me tell
did.
you.
mean,
Not to
yeah.
take any credit away from them,
No,
their
but
voting
like,
abilities.
But honestly, when the voting opened, is that someone's phone?
It's not.
We'll
us.
wait.
No, so when it opened, when the voting opened, I wasn't even in like the top 3. And I was like, oh, I have to get out here and see, where are my people?
Yeah.
Have you voted? And then the next day there was a shakeup. And that's what they said on Twitter. They were like, there's been a shakeup.
There's been a shake.
The ultimate clapback is now in the lead.
Did
And
you
I was
threaten people?
negative.
I'm sure there was a lot of insulting that went on.
No, it was like,
I've played your game.
could you vote? Could you vote for me, please? And people did, and and that's what happened. That's what happened.
So tell us about the game.
Yeah.
So what do you want to know about the game?
Well, everything. I've never
everything
played
about
it.
the game. How it came up with the game. Like what part of the story do you
What
want?
is it?
Let's start with what is it? And
What
then
is
we'll,
the game?
We'll track back from
Sure.
there.
So the ultimate clapback. What do I say on my box? The ultimate clapback is
You could read it.
a fast-paced game of wordplay with just the right amount of sarcasm, snark, and shade. This game is bound to shock and keep you laughing for hours. So basically, the game is about telling people how you truly feel. So it's so you know what a clapback is? Like, did you know what? Do you
I know
understand?
how to hashtag it.
You know how to hashtag it, okay? But do you understand why?
I know what a clapback is, but our viewers may
Okay.
not. So if you could explain it to them.
So a clapback is a response to something that someone has said to you that might be a little shady, a little unkind. And so it's being witty and having a very quick retort. And I've been like that since 1979.
Okay.
So it's in me.
Yeah.
It's,
The
it
year
is
the
me.
funk died.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dang.
But that's probably why
Why
you got
did you go there? So many.
Because that's
a whole year of things happened.
So that's what the game is. So there's 2 decks of cards. Everyone receives 5 random responses. Someone picks up from one pile, they say what's on the card directly to you, and then you respond. So it's not someone's reading something and then the whole group is responding. This is really about the conversation between 2 people. If your clapback is strong, you've won. If it's not, you've lost. The goal is to win 5 hands. It's a very quick game.
What
Yes.
decides if your clapback is strong?
The person that started the conversation. So for example, if I said to you, tattoos are a lifetime of commitment,
Okay.
and then you say, too bad your marriage wasn't.
Ooh. All right. Right.
Clap back
Say
hard.
that won. That was a
Yeah.
strong. That was a strong clapback.
Glad you think that your clapback won.
So that was, so that's how the game goes.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of like, okay, that really hurt me. So you
Right.
win this.
Deep
You
down.
win this.
Right. I mean, and it's really like improv. How do you say things? And I think everyone has their own way in which how they communicate when someone has wronged them. And so that's what I really enjoy about playing the game, because I speak a certain way and where other people don't. And to see those 2 worlds collide, it's fun.
Yes.
It's fun.
Can I play the game by being insulted, and then I just don't say anything and leave, and then make a Facebook status about it later?
I think someone has already done that. So yes.
You probably won't win that way.
So, yes.
It's an interesting strategy.
No, one of
That's just my style.
one of my sorority sisters sent me a message, and she said, "Girl, my mother just quit. She couldn't take it. She couldn't take it because all of the what are they doing over there?
They're having a Force of Will tournament.
Oh,
Possibly
okay.
Magic.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's like a whole store that we set up in and take up.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, there's a
Very
lot
odd.
of space in here. I'm thinking like, oh, I can do something in
You
here.
could.
I
Oh,
can
yes,
come out here and do
certainly
something. Yeah. So yeah, her mother couldn't take the heat. They started talking about getting a new hip and some other things, and she needed a new hip, I guess. So she couldn't really take it.
Yeah, it's rough when you.
It's rough when you need a new hip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is pretty rough. And like, this is one of those games that's definitely all about the fun, because
Yes.
like there's been a few times where I had cards where I'm like, this is going to lose, but man, is it going to be fun saying it.
Right.
Because my mom came at me with something about, are you still looking for a job or something like that?
Yeah.
And my clapback was, get lost. Just
I could have watched.
just get lost.
Get out of here.
I know, but I thought it'd be more fun to do it poorly.
Okay.
Meh.
Yes.
and it was really fun. I lost, but it was still just like a fun
thing
game.
to do. Yeah, absolutely.
And then you of course also have the cards that are fill in the blank.
Yes.
And that's where things get real scary.
It can get scary depending on who you're playing with.
Yes, because you can cut someone real deep. And the thing that's a bummer is you're supposed to put the card down. I really wish you didn't have to do that, so I could just be like, "No, that's what it said. That's what that card said."
Yeah.
No, you got to put the card down like dominoes. Like
No, this card says your diabetes are your own fault. That's what it says here,
You know
Steve. I
what?
don't.
That is a true. Since we're going to talk about diabetes,
Oh.
because I had to go to the doctor and we had to have a conversation about my numbers and things like that. And I'm like, I don't want a touch of sugar. That's not what I want. That's what we call it, like a touch of sugar. Like I don't want
a much more attractive way of saying
a touch of sugar.
diabetes.
A touch of sugar. That's what my grandma used to say. I think that's really like a cultural, like African American thing to say is the touch of sugar. But then what was his name? The man. Was it Yes, Wilford Grimley.
Thank you, research department.
Thank you, Wilford Grimley. And
His name's Wilford Brimley, but now I'm imagining Wilford Grimley, his goth persona.
Yes. I don't know. Is he still with us? Did he pass away?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Is this? You can get some help for your diabetes. Your diabetes. Yeah, but I don't want that. It runs.
No,
in my
I wasn't.
family.
I didn't mean.
No,
to bring
but I
up
just
a-
started. No. It just made me start thinking about things.
I brought on your diabetes anxiety.
Right. Well, like real talk, I gotta lay the ho-hos down. The ding dongs, I've been getting it in. And I need to like roll all that back and try, walking, drinking water.
But
See,
it's so bland.
It's tough because he is still alive.
He is. Thank you so much. I'm glad that he's still with us.
Confirmation.
Hey, Wilford.
Can you search Wilford Grimley now?
His alter ego.
Yeah, see if anything comes up. Because the issue with it is though, you're never actually in the situation where it's like, what should I do? Should I go for a run or should I eat this Twinkie? There's never a time where it's like, these are the two things I will be doing.
Right. Or you could go for the run with the Twinkie.
Yeah. I mean,
that might defeat.
Hold it out in front of you.
I think that would make you working off the calories as you eat them.
You really probably have to exercise for like 4 days to work off the calories of a Twinkie.
Yeah, I mean, if they could survive an atomic blast, I'm sure your stomach would just...
your
a light jog.
Yeah.
But are they making them anymore? Like, did they stop?
The company that made them went out of business, and then like another company bought the recipe.
Is that Hostess?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Research department.
No, because
Research.
Hostess is like a Philly thing.
Yeah.
I think they're like local.
Where's Etterman's?
Well,
Enterman's?
Tasty Cake.
Or maybe it's Tasty Cake.
Yeah,
I just
that's
remember I
Philly.
met somebody and they were like, "What's a Tasty Cake?" I was like,
Oh, you don't know?
what are you talking about?
Yeah, we don't
The
really.
most delicious things that get created.
Hostess.
Hostess now makes Twinkies.
No, Hostess has always made Twinkies.
But I thought Hostess
Maybe
was
Hostess
under.
got bought.
Okay, apparently I'm
No.
just full of lies today.
No, I just think that we don't know our
Apologize.
snacks as well as we eat them.
I'm not a big Tasty Cake or Hostess fan.
You're not. What's your thing? What's your poison?
So many. I like a mix of chocolate and peanut butter in any form.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
yeah,
Chocolate and peanut
Yo,
butter.
The little squares, patties, peanut butter.
The
patties?
Reese cups, or
No, they're like they used to be in vending machines when we were children.
okay.
And it's like two squares that are
Yes.
layered peanut butter, wafer, and chocolate.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Not a nutter butter.
Yeah, they're like they got like a grid on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nutty Buddies, something
Nutty
like
Nutty
that.
Buddies. Uh huh.
Yeah,
They're real
that's-
good.
oh,
That's your thing.
until I was at the store. This was like a month ago, and I was
Mhm.
like, I'm an adult. I'm gonna buy a whole box. And then I looked at the calories of like one half of a pack, and I was like, oh, I'll die.
And gain 20 pounds. I read it.
Right.
Yeah, it's on my hands.
And now I have diabetes.
Yeah.
I
so-
somehow have convinced myself that peanut butter is, of course, healthy
Yeah.
because it's made of peanuts. So
You've
what
convinced yourself.
I've convinced myself.
Have
and
you looked at the calories?
No,
So
you
what I
can't do
get-
that. That
I have-
ruins peanut butter.
I have this special peanut butter that's mixed with butterscotch. Oh, it's so good. And then what I like to do is I get those elf fudge cookies and I dip them in the peanut butter. And I eat those and I think I'm healthy.
Ladies and gents, this.
It's so good.
That is
You
like
can have,
a
like,
diabetic
2.
coma.
Yeah, because I'll do like a carrot, and then at least my lying to myself makes like I have a giant dollop of peanut butter. I'm like, but it's a vegetable.
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
celery. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna, I'll do like celery and peanut butter.
I want a carrot, which is I think the least healthy of vegetables. So
No, it's okay
It's better than celery. You
in
said
terms
carrot,
of
right?
taste.
Well,
Yeah.
well, celery like doesn't do anything. It's just like
Celery does stuff.
it's
Yeah.
it makes a crunch.
yeah,
but like,
it
And
turns
the crunch
sunlight
is
into
good.
chlorophyll.
Yes.
all right. I'm
and
sorry,
there's,
everyone.
You know, it's full of water.
That's true. That is
But,
true.
you know, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure it has some other properties. We should ask my friend Brandy. Brandy,
is
could you
she a
do
chef?
some research
Yes.
about celery? She's a
Is
chef.
she a
we have a
celery?
secondary.
She's a chef.
research
Oh, she's a-
department.
Oh, we've-
What's the most unhealthy vegetable?
yeah, look that up.
I got a shrug.
She does plant-based meals.
Really?
She's vegan, and I'm vegan-ish.
Ooh.
That okay.
So
You still
know.
like eggs?
Oh, I hate eggs.
Oh.
Eggs are horrid. True story.
Okay.
When my mother was pregnant with me, my father had the morning sickness and he couldn't eat eggs. So he used to eat eggs every morning, and then when she was pregnant, she couldn't eat eggs. I don't like the smell of them, but I like what they look like. You know, like you see omelets and your eggs
Yeah.
Benedict and things look all fluffy and
You can
bright.
make it look great.
They make it look really good. And then I bite into it and I said, I'm going to vomit.
Oh.
I did.
I eat a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
vomit.
eggs.
Yeah, but you know what I realized recently is that I don't want an egg by itself.
No?
Nah, I'm like I really like eggs, but there needs to be like a ketchup or a bacon.
A ketchup or bacon?
a
A Tabasco
sauce.
sauce,
A
even?
Tabasco.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hot
A
sauce.
Tabasco? No, I can do a deviled egg.
A deviled egg?
I can do a deviled egg, but not really with mayonnaise. I do.
I hate mayonnaise. Yeah.
Okay, so then you would like my deviled egg.
You do it with the mustard, just the.
Butter,
Ooh, all right, I'm in.
vinegar, and then some other things. It's my grandmother's secret recipe. I can't tell you.
I've gotten
was
to the
hoping
point
we'd
with
get
my
it.
eggs where I'm basically eating spices surrounded by eggs.
Yeah,
Right,
well, it's spicy
right.
protein.
Yeah, like I throw in basil and cayenne pepper, and
Right.
then I have like this real herby hot sauce I throw in, and just it's all just spices
So you like a little bit of eggs with your spice.
with my spice.
Yeah,
I eat
that's
a
all
lot
right.
of spice.
That's okay. I like that. Is someone talking to us? What do they want to know?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. From the Twitch chat, I like to put eggs in front of me
The
so
one
it can
with
smooth my
glasses.
body.
There's two with glasses.
Yeah.
All right, let's not get distracted by.
Yes. Thanks for coming,
Wait,
Zach.
all right.
We'll refer back to you soon. What the heck is
Mentos makes it fresh and full of life. Isn't that?
Oh, yeah.
Go Mentos.
Mentos fresh and full of life.
I committed a crime.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Right. And they had like the perfect manicured little fingers. That's what I remember. Those are the things that I remember.
Who does?
The man on the commercial.
Okay.
It was like, get Mentos.
You think maybe that wasn't his hand?
I don't think it was necessarily
think
his
they brought in
hand.
the stunt
They brought in
hands.
the hand model.
Yeah. All right.
The ones I remember is the guy kicks his ball over the fence, and there's a wedding there, and they're like,
Yeah,
"You're not allowed." So he puts on a suit and like
he
gets
pretends to be like a caterer.
yeah, and
Right.
steals the ball. And then there's one where the guy sits on the wet paint bench, and he gets stripes on his suit,
And
so
he
he
rolls.
rolls in it.
He rolls in it.
And Mentos are fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you feeling fresh, feeling cool with
Yeah,
Mentos
yeah,
fresh and
yeah.
full of life.
Mentos fresh and full of life.
Da-da-da.
I know.
No,
Well,
they're-
we don't owe
they're
them.
clearly a
us.
sponsor.
We don't owe them royalties. They owe us.
Mm-hmm.
Because who's been checking for Mentos? Not many.
No,
Not many.
I haven't seen a
This-
Mentos commercial in a while.
This
And
is
we
all
put them
part
on
of
the
your
map.
game. Are we still talking
Yes.
about that?
Yes, we're still talking about
Okay,
it.
good.
Yes, we can. How'd you come up with the idea for the game?
So, the idea of the game actually came out of something maybe not so happy. I recently had the responsibility of caring for my mom. So, I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My mother was living there, and I live in New York City. She took a fall. She could no longer live on her own, and so I had to move her from Pittsburgh to a nursing facility to be closer to my brother and I so that we could care for her. I don't know if you've ever dealt with elder care or have seen someone deal with that. It is very
Yeah, it
stressful.
Seems like
Yes.
a nightmare.
It is, Yes. There are some
Nightmare
other
Beauty
choice
movies?
words that I could use, but I'm being, PG.
I appreciate
But it's
that.
it's really, really bad. And so full of anxiety, depression, and I was yelling at people, like literally having meltdowns about baby carrots in the in the grocery
Man, way to bring up everything that bothers her.
I'm
Right.
just getting fuel in case we play this game later. This is all going to come back in a very tasteless way.
But I had like a full meltdown with my husband about baby carrots, and I said, "Girl, you got to get a hold of yourself." And so I was aware that I needed to do something to kind of channel this energy, whatever it was that I was going through, into something positive and fun for myself. And so I've always liked games, and I like to be creative. And I said, "Well, what's a game? How does one create this?" And I didn't know anything.
No.
So I started reading and was like, "Oh, okay. Oh, I think I could do this." And I did not know how to like use any of these softwares. And so I taught myself how to use InDesign and Illustrator and Photoshop, using YouTube to help me with that, and lynda.com.
Yeah.
Using that to figure out like, how do I need to do this? And then just asking some of my friends. One of a really good friend of mine, his name is Brandon in Pittsburgh. I said, "Okay, help me with the logo for the game. This is what I want." And so we went back and forth with that, and so I figured out like how I wanted the game to look. He couldn't move on with the project, so the rest was up to me, and so that's what I did.
Oh wow.
Choosing
So
colors
this is
and all that.
basically all you.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How long did this take you?
I started writing it in March of 2016, and then I just released it this past August of 2017. So it took about a year and a half to get it to the public so that they could actually purchase it. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you said you were working on an expansion already, right?
Yes.
What's
yes.
the expansion?
Sometimes you gotta cuss. So the game itself, doesn't have any cursing
Right.
in it.
Nice.
The words that you would
Yeah,
find
you
in
can bring
anyone's
your
religious book. Though what some people might think are curse words, though that's what's in the game. Anything harder than that, like MFers and things like that. That's what this expansion pack is.
Gotcha.
It takes it up a notch. But I must say, when people are playing this game that doesn't have any curse words, I feel like it doesn't stop them from adding them to the
Yeah,
cards.
You
they-
could
they-
just
You
flavor
you flavor it yourself, but this time the cards actually say that. And so in the expansion pack there are 100 cards. I introduced some new ultimate cards, and
Gotcha.
and a couple challenge cards as well, some new ones. So it's good, it's fun.
Fantastic.
I just got to work on my box. Manufacturing is and can be a beast.
Yeah.
And so those are the things
Well
that
aware
I'm
of
learning.
this.
I'm learning about and dealing with, holidays that are happening in other countries.
Oh,
and
that's the worst. Don't
it-
have those.
it is,
Just
yeah.
have our holidays.
right?
And then I only have to remember those.
Right.
Yeah.
But now I have to remember another country's holidays, and that, the plant is going to be closed, 2 weeks before the actual holiday and 3 weeks
Oh.
after
So
the holiday.
So where is this made?
Wait, what country is this that they get off for holidays? Because maybe I want to go there.
No, China. Everything is made in China.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
I've tried here.
They get vacation holidays.
Yes.
The iPhone slavery factories still get more
I
vacation
know,
time
they do.
than I do.
Well, so here's the
That's
thing. I don't know how people really do it. I just know that my plant is going to be.
You think maybe
is
they're
going
just
to
not
be
paying them
closed.
for 2 weeks?
Maybe.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Maybe I think they just shut down and maybe they're not being paid. So I don't know that it's necessarily paid. But what I do know is that while they're out here gallivanting and on vacation, my game is not being produced. Now those are the
That's
things
what's
that
important.
I do know.
That's what's important.
Those are the things that I do know. So I'm trying to get some things situated before the Chinese New Year.
Gotcha. So
do
is
you know what animal it is?
Researcher.
yeah, what year are we on?
Are we in the year of the
No,
raccoon?
she's not going to know if she's vegan.
She'll know.
The
It is the year of the dog?
Yo,
Year of the
dogs
dog.
are the best.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs
Yes.
out?
I was born year of the
No,
tiger.
Let that song die.
Are we going to eat these?
Yeah. We'll
Oh,
break
yeah,
into them.
Here's
There's
some Mentos.
Let's do it. So what were we going to ask me? I'm so
Is the
sorry.
expansion pack complete? Is it done?
Oh, yeah. It's done.
Excellent. So I look forward to getting that as well.
Yes.
and having
So-
more awkward family parties.
Right.
That's
Now that I got a Mentos in my mouth, I can do an audio podcast.
So I wanted...
two yellows in a row. Oh, it's all yellows.
No, there's an orange.
No.
I got an orange.
So I think at this point, due to just the way things happen, it won't get here until the spring. The end of the
Okay.
season. So we're looking at the second quarter instead.
Cool.
Oh, you
That's all right.
use words like quarter.
Because I'm a new entrepreneur,
No, I
so
know,
I'm learning these
entrepreneur.
things. I was like, the first quarter. The
Time
third
out.
quarter, we're getting ready for Q1. Exactly. Like what? I'm like Q1. Is this a lighting cue? Because in my background is theater, so these are the
Right,
things
right,
that I
right.
know. I'm like Q1.
You're like ready.
Q1, go.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know what was happening. So yeah.
Ready, Q1? Go. So we like to geek out on this show, and we do it with a segment called What You Watching, What You Reading, What You Playing. It's where we talk about what we're watching, what we're reading, and what we're playing. Em, you're new to the group. What have you been watching?
Well, I have been watching a lot of Amazon
Okay,
and Netflix stuff.
gotcha.
Things that people are telling me that I need to watch. I tried something. Is it called The Black Mirror?
Oh,
Black
yes,
Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yeah. Pass.
Oh
No.
no, no. Okay, before you give it a hard pass, did you
Okay.
only watch the first episode?
Yes, and I was done.
First episode's rough.
Which
It's
one's the first episode?
That's the one where the girl.
Spoiler
gets
alert.
kidnapped.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Spoiler
you don't have to keep
alert.
Going. I know. I didn't watch that one.
That
Well,
one-
I'm gonna say exactly what happened.
I know what happened.
I'm
That's why
gonna
I didn't
say
watch it.
yeah. We won't release her unless you sleep with a pig.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of what do they people out here on Facebook have me watching?
There's
it's-
other episodes
yeah,
that aren't.
It's
so
it's very
terrible.
Twilight Zoney. So like
And I wasn't
the next
allowed
episode,
to watch the Twilight Zone as a
it's-
kid, so
The next episode has nothing to do with that first episode.
they're all standalone episodes.
They're all standalones.
Mhm.
And when I watched it, I accidentally watched the first episode of season 2 first.
Okay.
That's
And
what
then I
I
was
did.
like, oh, I got to go back. And then when I went back, I was like, I'm so glad I didn't make this my first episode.
Okay.
Because that first episode is so rough.
Mhm.
It's really gutsy of them to put that first
Mhm.
and not put something a little bit nicer up front.
But it's like based on a true story
it is it?
ish. Like the pig and someone in the UK. That's all I know.
Oh,
Don't
no,
just-
that's way,
Yeah.
all right,
That pig
we'll
is
talk about
lying.
this later, but I know what you're talking about.
Right?
It's like
that
a
really
whole
has nothing to do with it. It's something different.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. So
But I will say that is one of my favorite shows.
it is okay.
But like, you got to get through the first episode because
So
it's rough.
that was okay. I'll give it another try.
Yeah.
I also started watching something called Chai, like as in Chicago.
Oh, okay. It's not.
Oh,
So it's
yeah.
about Chicago, and that has been really really good and interesting. It is, I forget the person who, what is her name? She just won an Emmy for writing. Is it Master of None?
Okay.
Master-
Oh.
The Aziz Ansari
Yeah,
show.
but the lady that
It's
writes
an
it or
African-
co-writes it.
For one
Oh,
episode,
I'm
she
not
won
sure.
African American woman. I don't remember her name. I'm so sorry.
They just said it on
But-
NPR too.
But she is the head writer or creator of Shy, and it's also being produced by Common, the rapper. Are you
Okay.
familiar with
Okay.
Common?
I love Common very much.
Yes, he's one of the rappers. So I've been watching that.
Friend of Elmo, Common.
Yes, blackish, grownish, and then some new thing with Jason Bateman.
Oh, Ozark.
Ozark.
I've heard Ozark is very good.
Ozark is good. Now, let me tell you what I'm not really interested in.
Okay.
In Ozark, when the people out here on your internet and your interwebs
Mhm.
want to unfairly compare it to Walt Whitman, what was that one? Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Walt Whitman.
Yes.
Oh, I wish that show had been about Walt Whitman.
His name was not Walt Whitman, but you knew who I was talking about.
Mhm.
You know, so Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
it's not the same. It's not the same thing. I don't believe that was the intent. There are some
Right.
things that are similar to it, like there's a white man
Yeah.
and there's drugs involved. That's really about it.
It's kind of like comparing Breaking Bad to The Wire. It's like, yeah, these are
Right.
entirely different
Yeah.
shows.
It's completely
they just
it's
use
completely
the same
different.
prop.
Yeah.
Right. But I was like, yes, Jason Bateman, I forgot that you can act.
Yeah. I like Jason Bateman a lot.
Because, I didn't watch Arrested Development.
You missed out.
Well, I didn't have cable back then.
It's
Yep,
on
that's-
Netflix.
I didn't have cable money. But the good news is that you can watch it on Amazon.
Yes, you can watch it on Netflix as well.
Or maybe I'm watching it on Netflix. I have all of the streaming.
Yes, I have
All
all
the
of the
streaming.
Where I
as well.
watch my TV. as
Yeah.
well.
Yes, I have
And-
6 different streaming services.
Yeah,
I
I have
like
you're
4, I
fancy.
think, yeah.
I mean, it's because I have Amazon.
Yes.
I have Netflix.
Netflix,
I have Hulu.
One must have Hulu.
I have HBO Go
I have HBO now.
or HBO. Yeah, whatever it's called.
I really don't know the difference between Go or Now, but what I do know is that I'm only doing trials. So
Just
I have
constantly
multiple
refreshing.
emails, multiple emails,
Oh, I really
changing
like this plan.
changing IP addresses, whatever. Because what you're not going to do is catch me. You're not catching me with all these bills.
And then I have to have my wrestling, so I have the
Oh.
WWE Network, and then I have
One
my
must.
Chikara-topia.
One must have the WWE.
Yes, indeed. It's very important to me.
I like the WWE. Well, what was it before? The WWF, and then
Yeah,
I used to
WWF.
watch the Gorgeous Ladies of
Oh,
Wrestling?
Glow. Have you watched that
Good
on
old Glow.
Netflix?
I did, and then I stopped.
Oh, it was so good. I couldn't stop.
No, I'm sure that it was good. I just got sidetracked. I don't remember what. I should go back.
Definitely go back.
Really, and I have time to go. I have time to go back. So.
It was so good. It was one of those shows that was so good. I couldn't wait to watch the next episode. But after each episode, I was like, all right, let's unpack what we just saw.
right.
Because, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I love that show.
So that's what I've been watching
All right.
in the news, and
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
not.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about it because every
Never
time.
mind. I don't want
Well,
to do
well-
that anymore.
Well, every time I turn on the news and I watch what's happening, my anxiety level
Mhm.
goes up.
Jumps
which is,
up, yeah.
Yeah, it jumps up, which is why I can't.
No.
Is someone talking to us?
Yeah,
What
we
they-
have a
what
few
they wanna
things.
know?
They're talking about how they were in their boxers. It's very nice.
Okay.
So,
They're saying that one of the cameras died. I don't know.
yeah.
They're enjoying Hot Pockets. It's very crazy.
Okay.
Will, have you watched anything good?
I don't want to take up a lot of time because are you going to talk about what I think you're going to talk about?
I have no idea.
What are you watching?
Oh.
If it's what I'm watching, no.
No. I lost my train of thought. I caught up on a bunch of stuff this weekend because HBO just did like a dump of new movies.
Okay.
I watched Split finally.
Oh, I want to see Split so
What's
bad.
Split about?
That's the not Jude Law,
Oh, what's his name?
McAvoy.
McAvoy.
James
yeah.
McAvoy. He's it's M Night Shyamalan, but it's don't hold that against it. It's not a bad movie. He has. I don't think they say what it stands for. He's DID, which is. Is it? But they act like it's not a real thing or like it's a new thing for. Anyway, he has like multiple personalities,
Okay.
but his personalities are so strong it physically changes his body.
Oh, interesting.
So like, and there's a psychologist woman who explains a little bit on the side, but two of these personalities kidnap 3 young women as a sacrifice for this next personality that's supposed to be like a monster, and so I guess they talk about it, but it does end up changing his physiology.
So it's a comedy?
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
So it's a comedy. Great.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty wild.
I only watched it because it's the tie-in with the.
Well, don't say any more than that, or
So is it-
you're getting into spoilies.
But
there.
everybody knows.
Is it
All right.
is it just called Split?
Yes.
Split?
Everyone knows what? Knows
There,
what?
there's a big spoilie.
Yeah, it's
for
part,
it.
it
which-
becomes part of another movie's universe at the end.
Oh no! Don't spoil it
Okay, I won't.
for the
Yes.
people that are watching and listening. Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Don't
But
be don't be that person.
Yeah, because when it was spoiled for me, I was very sad.
Oh, well, that's it. That's the only reason I watched it. But that's after it was done. I felt just because that's the movie I wanted, not the movie I just watched. It
Gotcha.
kind of ruined it for me. I was
Gotcha,
like,
okay.
well, I want- yeah. So.
But yeah, I heard
No,
it's awesome.
What are you watching?
I've made a vow to watch more movies this year because
Okay.
I used to be a movie buff, and one of the rules I made is every Tuesday I'm going to watch one of my DVDs because I have a stack of DVDs that I've never watched.
People still have DVDs.
Well, it's an old stack.
Oh, okay.
It's an old stack. I also go to a lot of conventions. I feel like I need to buy something.
Of course.
So I bought SBK the movie.
I don't know what this means.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
It
gonna have
stands
Mentos.
for Skeeball King.
I don't.
SBK.
SBK.
Okay.
Skeeball King the movie.
Okay.
It takes place in Wildwood, New Jersey,
Okay.
and is a
Wildwood.
documentary on the World Series of Skeeball.
I'm sorry. There's a what?
Here's the issue with this film. It's half like Borat real footage dealing with like this guy out with real people, and then half like Christopher Guest mockumentary skits. But there's really only one character, and it's this guy Aaron, who's the Skeeball key. And because he's always by himself, you don't know what the temperature of the film is. You're never like, is this weird to people, or is this just how the world of Skeeball is? Like, is he strange, or is Skeeball strange? Like, since there's never a comparison, you're just kind of like, I don't know how I feel. And like, whenever he's interacting with other people, he's never doing anything outlandish enough to get like a huge reaction from people. So it's just like a movie of people going to him.
So
Like, just, meh.
I take it that it missed the theaters, and this was something that was straight to video.
Oh, this was straight to DVD in 2015. So we were done with DVD by then. But it
was that shade? Because I
was a
said
bit of shade.
because I said video. Don't
it
think
wasn't
that I didn't
shade
pick it
at
up.
you. It was shade.
No, you
at
shaded
the
me.
No, I didn't shade
You
you.
did.
You're gonna get,
You did.
You're gonna get clapped
Oh, no.
back.
It was a
I'm gonna
little
get
bit. It was a little bit. It was a little bit of shade. No. That was his clap back to me saying, "Do you have people still have DVDs?" And then I said straight to video, and he was like, "We were already past that. Blockbuster was already closed. So, thank you. Thank you."
I didn't close Blockbuster. Are you blaming me?
Don't frustrate our guest.
Are you sure it wasn't you? Because you look like the type.
I probably would, because man, they never had any good games left
No, they
by
didn't.
Friday.
No.
So
They
screw
didn't.
Blockbuster. I'm glad they're dead.
It was an okay film.
It was all right.
Throwing it back
Good.
to Eminem.
Yes.
What you reading? You reading anything good?
Ooh, what am I reading?
You can
I-
you can cheat and say a podcast if you're not reading anything. That's
No.
Okay.
I did it. I did an audio book.
That definitely
Audible.
counts.
Right.
Mhm.
While I was driving 6.5 hours
Too long.
to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
It's a long drive.
But I finished the book. It's by this comedian Tiffany Haddish.
What was the name of the
The Last Black Unicorn.
Oh, I have heard
yeah.
of the Last Black Unicorn.
And
She was on the Daily Show.
yeah, she was on the Daily Show, and she was most recently in what's the movie Girls Trip
Okay.
with
Yes.
with Jada Pinkett Smith and Queen Latifah, and so she was like the breakout from there. But I mean, she's been around for a long time. I think I should have actually read it instead of the audio.
Yeah.
Because she was also the narrator.
So she was.
I thought you because they got like Wilford Brimley. Growing up as a young black woman.
So I mean, it was good. I liked listening to to her stories and things. Just her life.
Yep.
I think finding out about people that's interesting to me. We all come from these different worlds, and lots of times we think that we're so different, but we're really not. We're really not all that different. Everyone has stuff with them. Everyone's family is insane on some part.
Yes.
We all have those stories, and so I really did enjoy listening to her book. But I'm not reading
No.
anything. I
don't
used to
have
read a
time.
lot,
I
but
don't
I'm
have
not.
time.
I'm not reading. I should, but I'm not reading because I'm writing games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're doing
I
stuff.
understand.
I'm doing stuff.
I have we've cheated on this podcast probably for a year on what we've been reading.
I
The past
know.
year, I haven't actually read a real book.
That's okay.
I've gotten my histories in, but that's about it.
Yes, Will's a
But
big
then there's
history
nothing
You're
buff.
talking.
you're not reading what's this new one by some man with the last name of Wolf, who's talking about the people's president.
Oh, Fire and Fury.
Fire and
No,
Fury. No,
I don't.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
So
Someone
It's not
read it. to
I'm
me.
not
Breaking-
paying.
yeah, they're
There's
like-
nothing about it.
Oh, our president's an idiot. Like, yeah, I know.
Well,
You don't say.
Yeah.
you don't say.
I knew him before. The president of the United States owes my family money. So
So
back
there
when
you have it.
he was just ripping off Atlantic City, and he was our problem.
Right. Oh, that's right. You are from Atlantic
Mhm.
City.
Yeah, back before he
How's-
was the president.
Yeah,
How's
then he
that
became New
working?
York's problem, and then he became the world's problem.
And there you have it.
Yeah. This will be the year that we make contact with aliens, just so we can just make the worst impression.
Already have.
We have.
What's this? Wait, what's this?
We've already made contact with aliens.
When?
What did they say?
I don't know. I killed her.
What?
You of her alien murder? You just admitted to it
I did.
on a national podcast.
I ain't scared.
Hold up the Mentos and smile. You don't kill anymore.
Mentos killing
No, we might.
xenomorphs.
We might make. Wait, what evidence?
Bit over. Now I need news.
What evidence?
I don't believe that.
Lies.
I don't
Lies.
believe that.
I don't
at
believe
all.
it. I don't
Is
buy
he
it.
over there eating yogurt? What you eating?
Jesse,
Sorbet? No,
Oh,
do you
that
have
looks
a
good. This podcast.
Sorry, he's eating lemon sorbet, which is one of my
That's
favorites.
good.
Also like a Roman raspberry by
Yo.
Talenti, since we're going to talk about that.
Plenty
So
makes
this
good
really
stuff.
came to what you're watching and also what you're eating.
What you eat?
Yep.
What you're eating. No, so I don't read. So you all aren't reading
Will,
either.
Will, do you have anything to add to the
I'll
segment?
do it next week.
All right.
So what's
We've
the
been
other
talking
one?
about a lot.
What you playing? Are you playing anything good?
As in music
Or video games, board games?
Video game-
Music would.
Well, I'm definitely playing the ultimate clapback.
Oh, I hear that's good.
No.
No,
No one's
nothing.
invited. Well, no one's invited me anywhere to play anything.
I mean, video games are usually a very lonely experience.
Yeah, I don't have any video games at
No.
home. But I was thinking about buying like the plug-in Atari thing that I saw like Bed Bath and Beyond.
Those are fun.
I,
those are super fun.
something like that.
I
but
have
I don't.
2 Segas that
You
are,
do?
are that. Yes.
I don't have any video games. I do have games like board games that are just sitting in my home ready
Mine-
to
Collected some
be
dust?
ready
Mine
to be
also,
played.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they do.
I got one of the games from when we met at GameCon. It was called Risky Arcade.
Risky Arcade? I don't think I got to play Risky Arcade.
No, so she was. I met you on the Sunday. She wasn't there on the Sunday, but it's
Oh, okay.
it's a game where imagine being in an arcade. So she took the idea of being in an arcade and she turned it into a board game.
Okay.
I haven't opened it yet,
But you have it.
but I haven't. I kind of low key don't want to open it because it just looks so pretty.
It looks so good.
It looks so
I
pretty.
understand.
Yeah.
That's right. I wasn't there on the Saturday because we had another con that day. There was yet another double
Yeah.
weekend.
Well, because it was like the worst
God.
weekend to even have that thing because it was
South Jersey Geek Fest
and
then
Halloween.
and Halloween
Oh, yeah.
and something in New York. It was.
yeah, it was
was
bad. Have
crazy.
you ever been? Was that the first time you ever went to GamerCon?
I've been to GamerCon. That was my 3rd year.
Yeah,
Ah.
I've been to 2
Third
of them.
year, yeah.
Oh,
And I
okay.
love Ari, the guy who runs it.
Yeah.
But it's always a train wreck. it's always a really fun train wreck.
Are train wrecks fun?
If you're-
This one is. This one
you're-
usually has
they're
laser
fun
tag.
to look at, not to be part of.
He said it. I didn't.
All right.
Watch an old timey video of like a train going off a cliff. It looks awesome.
It does. It does look
The
awesome.
smoke coming out.
Yeah.
It's great.
But it was my first time in Atlantic City.
Oh, I'm so
and
sorry.
so
Yeah,
I had
it used to be much better.
no. I had a
You
really
know,
good
it really
time.
did.
Excuse me. Let me. It used to be much more.
Yeah, it used
Okay.
to be like a city.
No, but it was fun for me. I got to hit the slots. You know, the slots were not good to me.
I
The
know,
machines
I'm
weren't
sorry.
good. I don't think
They
anything
don't
pays
work
out
well,
over there.
no.
But
Well-
no, but it was fun to do, and I met you,
Yeah. So,
and so it was
paid
completely
off.
worth it. No, like truthfully, I got to meet lots of great people. There was a couple that I met. They have a video game, and they are based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. And
Okay.
so I plan to go to Raleigh in February.
Check
In
their stuff out?
February, yeah, to do something called Playthrough,
Cool.
which is
Let's
another.
check that one out too.
You should. It's another gaming.
Cool. Yeah. Hopefully we can
convention.
book two cons on top of each other.
Yeah.
And do another split weekend.
Do you not have a calendar or?
We do.
We have the
It's
one,
just-
but it's every other weekend. It's at each other's place.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
confusing.
No one wants like.
It's
you
also from 2014, so it doesn't really.
okay.
Yeah.
Because you know an electronic calendar
I don't trust robots. It's,
usually
Yeah.
helps
no, they're.
that you can
have
share.
I have a calendar DVD that I use.
Of course, that's how you do it.
Works real well. So real quick, anything you playing, Will?
No, it was just
No.
I
have
played
to-
Magic the Gathering with Jesse. That was a lot of fun.
How was that?
That was great.
Good.
That was
Did
a
you
good
win?
game. No, I think I lost.
Commander?
No, just funsies.
Okay, just checking. I have to say that I was at MagFest, so I did VR again, which was really cool. I did the same game that I did before.
Yeah, that game was
but it
awesome.
was great.
MagFest. That's in
MagFest-
DC?
Yes, the Music and Gaming Festival.
Okay.
And there was, I think the strangest thing I did was there was a computer museum. And we're like, oh, cool. We'll just look at some old stuff. And they had like really old games out to play. So we were playing a little Carmen Sandiego. We were playing some Salmon. Exactly.
Carmen
Little
Sandiego?
rockapella action.
Yes, rockapella. Where are they?
Oh, they're all dead.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Now,
Brimley.
but Lynn,
He killed them.
right? But Lynn Whitfield, she did pass
I
away.
did know that the chief died. Yes.
Yeah, she
Oh.
did pass away. Yeah.
I don't know where
Diabetes?
Rockapella is. Rockapella is still
No.
touring? Oh my God. We
She
should go.
probably did have the diabetes though.
Touch
She
of
had
the
a,
sugar.
she had a touch of the sugar. No,
of the
I
sugar.
think she just had like cardiac arrest and died.
Oh, that's
Unfortunately,
fine then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Natural
So yeah,
causes.
that's where I was with the computer museum. The strangest thing I got to play is I played Wolfenstein on a Jaguar.
Ooh.
So, and just first person shooters without twin sticks. It was real dumb.
Nice.
All right, so that's going to do it for what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're playing. We end all of our podcasts with a game. It's time for host versus guest versus audience. This week I brought a prize. Hold on. I left it in my bag.
Oh, it's not the Mentos.
You brought a
So you do-
prize? What kind of prize?
Oh, it's the Chewy Mint. I
I
don't
have a
know what it is
prize.
either. It
I have
sure
a-
is taking a while.
SBK the movie. It is a mockumentary about Skeeball. It's actually signed by the guy.
Oh my gosh.
So that is the prize I am putting up. He even signed the disc.
Oh, we got double.
Yeah, so it's double signed. May the ball be with you, is what he said.
yes.
Classic.
So that is the prize I'm putting up. What are you putting up?
Mary Martha? Are you
Yes.
asking? A copy of the Ultimate Clapback.
Well, that makes sense.
That's a good prize. I'm sorry,
That-
we have garbage.
This is a fantastic DVD. No.
So that goes.
To play host versus guest
I'm
versus
sorry.
audience. For the people only listening to the audio, he just pushed it off the table.
I'm sorry for all
We
the
need an
sarcasm.
audience member, but they need to bring a prize for us to win since we put up these great prizes. What do we bring this week? That is a Ren mug?
Ooh.
A
As in
mug
Ren
of
and
Ren
Stimpy?
from Ren and Stimpy.
Is it it's both.
What was Ren and
Oh.
Stimpy? Do you want to take over the world?
Yep.
No.
No,
That's-
that's picking the brain.
Yes.
Ren and Stimpy was Happy Joy.
Happy
from
joy
Log.
joy.
See?
I remember.
And I believe that's the only choice, and it's clearly the best thing here. So come on, bring it up here.
Yep.
Introduce yourself.
Hi.
Hey,
What's up?
welcome back on the show, Lar.
Hey.
So the game we're going to play is the Ultimate Clapback.
Well, what?
Oh no.
So
Pass.
Oh, okay.
Pass it over.
yeah, I will be in on this as well. I think
I
we'll
thought your mom
only
was gonna be
play
real
to
mad at me.
3 because that's what we'll have time for.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, do I
Yeah,
do I look at these?
so yeah, look
Yes,
at
you can
look at your
totally look at
cards.
So we have two decks. So you all have the play. So let me just explain this real quick.
Yeah, Will doesn't
So,
know.
so there are 2 decks of cards. You have your claps, which were the pink ones, and then your clapbacks. Those are yellow.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone receives 5 random responses, so you can look at your cards,
Okay.
see what's in your hand, get to know what you have. Someone picks up from the pink pile. They say what's on the card directly to you. You respond with something in your hand. If your clapback is strong, you've won. If it's not, you've lost. If you don't think you have something strong enough in your hand, you can pick up one for help.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll get started, and I'm going to start with you because you've never played. Are you
Oh,
ready?
no.
Yeah, go
Oh.
after him.
Let's go.
I might cry.
Hurt him.
No.
Why are you always cheating on your wife?
Oh,
I mean, just straight out the gate.
why?
Will, why are you always cheating on your wife?
You can buy ass, but you can't buy class.
You know, so we don't have to vote. We don't have to vote because it's going to be up to me about whether or not I thought that the clapback was strong enough, and I'm going to give it to you because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you.
I vote no
nah.
against myself. Yeah,
I voted nah.
it's 3
But
against
this is
1.
not a voting game.
Then why is there the vote card?
So the voting card is when there's a discrepancy between the two people that are playing.
Oh, I
Right.
see.
So
I see.
if I said, "Oh, that's not a good enough clapback," and you're like, "No, my clapback was strong," and I'm like, "No, it's not." What we're not going to do is be arguing about it.
I understand.
And then we're gonna
I
take
like
a vote.
that.
But I'm going.
this is,
Good. No, I want you to.
we
I'm
should
gonna let
pay
you
better
have it.
attention to that rule
That's-
because
You won, Will. Take your card.
No, so these are yours. So
Oh,
you've
okay.
won.
And now
Like you didn't win, you're gonna give it to me. Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
You get it.
because Christmas got ugly.
Well,
We
I
had
mean,
votes.
so you should always have
Okay,
5 of
I
those
got
in
you.
your hand. Oh, so you did do it that way? I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine too. I mean, the last part of the rules it says do whatever you want in your house, just have fun.
Make fun.
Just
Yay.
just
Fun
have
is
fun.
important.
So I'm gonna come for you, doll. Let's see here. The bill collector called looking for you.
Oh.
Is your little boyfriend still selling prepaid legal?
Mm.
Oh no, because we broke up.
Oh, this came from a real place.
Oh my
didn't it?
God. Most like 98% of this comes from real places. No, he is not, and I'm gonna let you have that.
Research department, what is prepaid legal?
So prepaid legal is when people sell they sell stuff, they sell a service.
Right.
And so someone's like, "Oh, I want to talk to you about my new business opportunity." And then somehow you get stuck on some conference call and they're like selling you
Yeah.
something. So prepaid legal is something that you pay monthly for, and if you need the help of a lawyer, it's almost like a retainer and they're there.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
okay.
All right,
Pre-
makes a ton of sense. Actually.
Prepaid legal, but it was like a thing that people were doing. It was like a pyramid scheme. It felt
Okay.
like a pyramid
This
scheme.
is not what I thought it was because I knew someone in college that sold fake auto insurance.
Yes,
In case you got pulled over.
exactly.
It was like, oh, but all right.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, prepaid legal.
Prepaid legal.
That wasn't really what you wanted to be selling, but whatever.
So M has a
So you've
point.
won?
Laura
Yep.
has a
Yay.
point. Laura hurt
So you
somebody.
need some-
Yeah.
I'm going after Houlihan.
Yeah.
You don't even know what it says.
Your hair looks like you've been electrocuted.
Who's this for?
Houlihan.
So are your teeth. You got electrified teeth.
Get lost.
Right. Get lost.
All right. Look, so I take a new yellow.
Yeah, you don't have a point. You have nothing.
No, I'm doing very terrible.
Well, let me get a pink card, and then
Okay.
I'll probably yell at Will.
Yeah.
Yo, Will, you still living in your mom's basement?
Oh. Talk about a fish
Say
with a...
that. Just say it.
I see your wife did.
That's a good one.
My wife is living in your mom's basement.
Yeah, it's real awkward.
Very
Yeah,
awkward.
you gonna tell me about this wife?
Oh,
Houlihan?
this is super awkward.
Yeah, it's like +2 comedy thing. We all got wives.
Why are you always cheating on your wife, Houlihan?
Okay, so because you won.
Yeah.
So you're actually going to collect it like this. Have
Okay.
you ever played spades before?
No.
Hearts, collecting books? No? You don't know anything
Yeah, I
about
don't
that?
need that because you gave me
Yeah,
a card.
there you go.
Okay.
So so you're going to say what's on that card directly to someone.
I'm-
You can say it to me. I'm
I'm
not
gonna
afraid.
say it to you.
Yeah.
You know that purse is fake, right?
And I heard your husband is your first cousin.
Oh, that's why you always go to your family reunion.
By the way,
Looking
this game is really fun to play with your family.
Yes, it is.
When
It's
you're
fantastic.
yelling at your own mother that her oldest son is trash,
Yeah.
and you are in fact marrying her oldest son.
It's great.
Oops.
Does your
What a
mom
great
have
gift.
another son?
No.
Oh.
Okay. It's weird she kept calling you the oldest.
Right. Is that a pimple or a cold sore?
Whoa.
That mouth of yours is gonna get you in trouble.
It is.
Okay.
You meant it. You tried. Yeah, I'll let you have it.
Say
You
word.
tried.
You tried.
I've gotten
I'm gonna
2
say
points
word.
based on you
Say word to
tried.
that.
Yes. No, the prepaid legal was good. No, the prepaid legal one that was
Oh,
really
Noah's got a thing.
I just read the
Will?
new card I
Oh
got.
no.
Why are your eyebrows touching your ears?
good. That's a real story.
What?
As is your herpes.
Boom.
It's a whole why so serious
that-
situation.
Was a clap.
The pronunciation was
Yeah.
everything. As is your herpes.
Ooh,
Like the newscaster
Come for
voice.
me.
no, I went for you. I'm gonna go after Noah.
Okay,
No,
fine.
Why are your grades so low? This sounds like a serious discussion.
Sorry, the library is closed. I don't understand it.
Well, that's why your grades are so low. You can't study. It's closed.
Okay, so we're all
right.
okay. So whoever you come for might be the winner.
Yeah.
Does everybody have 2 points?
Everyone has
All
2
right,
points.
let me see who I can hurt with this.
Who do you think you're gonna hurt?
Yo, M,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
your personality works my nerves.
And at least I wasn't conceived in the basement of the church.
Too real. We get out of here.
And that's it. So we
That's
only
it?
went to
That's the
3,
game.
right? So
Yeah.
that's the game.
I gotta ask though. I had this card in my hand
Sure.
that I
The
didn't
ultimate?
use.
Yo mama. So that just automatically wins the hand.
Yo, mama. That makes sense.
Yo mama. So yeah, that automatically wins.
This game is so fun and so silly and so mean. I just love it so much.
Thank
There's
you.
Nothing quite like watching Noah get just like owned by his mom.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she enjoyed the game.
She really did.
I really am. I enjoy the sound of laughter.
Yes.
So
There's a lot of laughter with this game.
That's what I like. If people are having fun, then I've done my job.
Yes.
I've done my job.
Yes, indeed. And you've won, so you get this DVD,
Not these Mentos. Those are mine.
and you get that mug.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
I want a full review of that movie.
Well, first of all, you should ask me if I have a DVD player.
Do you have a DVD player?
No.
Oh. Yeah, people usually don't have DVDs anymore.
No, I don't even. My computer won't even play.
What?
A DVD.
My computer
It
doesn't
doesn't
have
have
a
one.
place
Like I don't
to
even
put
have a place
that
to
in
put
there.
a
A lot of them
DVD.
don't have disc drives anymore.
I don't have a disc drive, but I'm gonna find. There is a place where I can watch this.
It's
There
Noah's
is
house.
a place.
Oh my God,
There's
we have a VHS player still.
place
Yeah.
for us.
We're real old fashioned. Laura, thank you so much for coming up here.
Okay, bye.
And we got to get out of here. Anything you would like to plug?
To play?
Plug.
Plug? Oh yes, this is where I'm supposed to be plugging me.
Yes, do the
Yeah.
plugs.
So the Ultimate Clapback, you can pick up a copy at www.theultimateclapback.com. Please follow me on social media on all the platforms at Clapback Game. You really need to check me out, like on Instagram. I do clapbacks of the day. It's usually a meme of my face. So I'll do that a couple times during the week. So that's what's going on.
Excellent. Will, anything to add?
Mentos is the fresh maker.
Thank you, Will. Be sure to give us 5 stars on iTunes, 5 stars on Stitcher, vote for us on podcastland.com. Make us the podcast of the month. We're currently number 7, so vote for us.
Yeah.
Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Twitch, and watch live and interact, and I'll read some of the stuff that somebody wrote. I'm going to wait because I'm a good guy. That's something somebody said. So, see, you can be part of the conversation. Upcoming shows include January 18th is to be announced. I don't have anyone yet. And then on the 25th, we have the author of Milner, Brian James. He's actually coming in from Detroit.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yes, it's going to be big. And then we have the author of Hibiscus, the Apostate Life of Antonio Pintro, Eddie Cintranos, on the show. I probably said about half of those words wrong. But get excited. It's coming on the show.
Hibiscus.
Come enjoy Eddie on the show on February 1st. This is the Plus 2 Comedy Podcast. Thank you to Net Neutrality for still kind of existing and hopefully continuing to exist and
I
making
hope so.
this show possible. This is the Plus 2 Comedy Podcast. Thank you guys so much. Our audience left, so they're not clapping.